I just firebolt one of the forges.
Go for it. Roll an attack roll, please.
15.
That hits. Roll damage.
Only 4 fire.
It catches, like you see a flame rise and then snuff out as quickly as it was lit. And she laughs and laughs and laughs a bit more. And she's like, "Oh, did you mean to do this?" And she waves her hands and some magical red energy flies out the same forge that you had. Well, actually, no, a different forge.
Counterspell.
We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just like had fun with a match in a long time.
Do 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 do.
Recap. So, previously on Princes of the Apocalypse. Alright, Kainen was peeking around the corner and failed his stealth check. This spooked some sort of spined creature that skidded across the walls and past Kainen and Phil towards a slab platform. Havi could hear the creature chittering in uncommon as it fled. Kainen and Phil tried to stop it, but it leapt past them and up onto a platform which began to rise up the shaft. Havi tried to convince the creature that was now ascending the shaft that we didn't mean it any harm and to come back, but the creature remained unswayed by their words and instead kept saying "Ember, Ember, Ember" as it continued upwards. Kainen and Phil both tried to find the mechanism for stopping the platform, but found nothing. An exhausted Lady Pierce slowly found her way to the rest of us as Havi flew up to the platform that was gradually making its way out of our sight. Havi once again tried to calm the creature down by trying to reassure it that we didn't want to hurt it, while doing healing words that Kainen had managed to, the damage that Kainen had managed to deal when we first encountered it. Still, the creature, which called itself Wix, refused to stop the platform and was trying to keep away from Havi. From below, the rest of the party was trying to figure out what was going on, so Phil decided to help Lady Pierce by slapping her on the ass and polymorphing her into a barn owl, so she could go investigate. Lady Pierce gave Phil the stink eye, since this was not the first time Phil had turned Lady into an owl. She slowly ascended after the platform, still exhausted but managing to gradually catch up to Havi. But back up on the platform, Havi, seeing that diplomacy wasn't really working here, they grabbed Wix in their talons and began to glide back down the shaft. Wix thrashed around like crazy, but Havi managed to keep a firm hold of Wix. Unfortunately, they were both descending a little fast. Kainen was preparing to catch them if they were going to fall too hard. Fortunately, Phil cast their Featherfall on Havi to help control their landing. Havi dropped Wix on the ground and landed ahead of it in hopes of carting it off the exit, while Kainen attempted to grapple it. But Wix, in its panic state, managed to avoid Havi and Kainen, skittering off back down the corridor from where it first appeared. Phil cast haste on Kainen, which allowed him to speed off down the corridor in pursuit of Wix. However, Kainen didn't realize that he had run straight past Wix, who was hiding up the wall. Havi managed to spot it, but it took off once again, doubling back through the corridor. Phil saw it appear in front of him and managed to tackle it to the ground. Kainen rushed back to assist Phil, but it wriggled free once again. Phil threw himself back onto it one more time. Then both he and Kainen took the opportunity to finally restrain the damn thing. Havi, now exacerbated by the whole ordeal, stood in front of Wix and began to firmly speak to it to calm it down and finally have some sort of rational conversation with it. Through Havi's conversation with Wix, it turned out that the Minotaur that we slew was Wix's master, Zagar, and it was fleeing up the shaft to the Temple of the Eternal Flame, where Vanafair resided. Wix explained that if you wanted to use the platform, you just had to say Ember to go up or Ash to go down. Wix also mentioned that you hit the gong to make the platform come to you. Havi had noticed that the platform in the next room had returned to our level on its own. Kainen had accidentally bumped into the gong near it when he first tried to grapple Wix, which explained why the platform had returned. Havi learned that the shaft also goes to the lower floors that are very dangerous. It didn't know much else about the dungeon, and all it wanted to do was hide away somewhere. Harvey finally let Wix go after giving it some rations. The party decided to rest, mainly for Lady Pierce's sake, and headed to the large room Wix had come from. Lady Pierce made sure to warn Phil that this was the second time he slapped her on the arse and there would not be a third. She slumped against the wall and quickly passed out from exhaustion. The group checked the one chest within the room and found gold and silver coins along with flawed hematite gems and a wand of magic missile, which he handed over to Phil. After sharing the coins out around, we all settled in and Kainen finally attuned to the trident.
And Phil attuned to the wand of magic missile.
Oh, you had to attune to that one.
Yeah. Anything magical needs attunement. From base green all the way to blue, purple, orange. Level items all need attunement to use.
Don't worry, the
Otherwise-
party's attuned to Phil, so
Yeah.
We're all well tuned now. Tunes.
So you should finish one piece of bread, she's on to the next.
more.
She's a machine. Ah, okay. So, let me get us to the board. Thank you again, Elliot, for the recap. And by the way, I saw someone move down your corridor on your camera, and I thought I was looking at the mirror or something in my house, and I was like, someone's here?
Ghosts
Maybe.
be everywhere.
I silly. Silly mistake.
I heard them coming. They're coming.
Ah, okay.
You recently discovered Delicious in Dungeon, did you?
I watched the whole season.
Mm-hmm. It is a very good season. I'm looking forward to season 2.
I am too. I thought it would have been over in one season, but then it expanded out. Like, yeah, okay, fine.
Alright, I'll look at some delicious food.
Well, I mean, they are cartoon food items, alright. So, yes, you learned about the shaft that rises up and down. Thank you, Splash.
That's what they
Ah, there you go.
I tried to hold it back.
join us.
Okay, so you guys wake. Surprisingly, you didn't rest in the crypt room, which has a protection spell on it. But you know, whatever. You do you, boo. So you've all had a long rest. Lady Pierce is somewhat recovered from her exhaustion. Still feeling a bit weary, but doing okay.
Yay.
And again, you've completely lost track of time. But not long after you wake, you receive a message. Each of you individually receive a message. And you recognize the voice to be Noel Nickelwater. And since he's met all of you, he can do a messaging spell directly to you. All characters are familiar with the message spell. It allows someone to send a 25-word
Sending.
message to you, and then you can send back a 25-word message to them. So, what I'm planning to do is you're each going to receive your message via messenger. Only you hear this message in your head. You can all reply to these messages in-game over your microphones, etc., so everybody else can hear your response. But the message comes to you personally, and you each get one message slowly but surely individually.
And technically, with
First-
sending, your reply is private too. No one can ideally hear you reply.
Oh, really?
That's how sending works.
Oh, okay. Well,
Message
in that case, I'm just going to send out all these messages individually.
Intermission.
You guys are slow to stir. Like, is anybody prepping any food or anything for the morning? Or
I heard crapping food, but sure.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Hey, morning glory
Phil's,
for everyone. Got it.
Phil's is just making his normal breakfast, and he kind of pauses, kind of goes pale, and then continues his breakfast very quietly.
Are you?
Mm.
Is anybody else saying anything?
Mm.
Like, nobody would be wary to perceive that unless they were actively looking, in which case it'll be a roll off. But if everybody remains quiet as an option too, then nobody's the wiser. Is
That's right.
anybody saying anything?
Nah, just
Sorry.
slowly getting up.
I missed what you said, Ken.
Oh no, Phil was just cooking breakfast. He paused, went pale, and then continued doing breakfast, but as quietly as possible.
I'll probably stir, and I'll just look at the rest of the party to see if any of them actually. What's the best way to say it? They look like they had a message. It's like, I don't know what kind of look that is, but that's the look I'm looking for.
Okay, so Elliot, give me a perception check. Phil, give me a deception check.
So I didn't see shit.
Why would I want to do that?
Well, you don't know what Phil's going to roll.
I don't know if you can roll less than this.
What did you roll, Elliot?
I rolled a 2, and my perception all up is a 3. So
Oh,
Wow,
so close.
what
so
a coincidence. I rolled a 23.
just one number off.
I also need a deception check from Lady and Havi, since Kainen, you got your message first, so if anybody rolls in that one, then you detect it.
Hooray!
Oh, you're gonna be fucking kidding me.
Huh?
What'd you roll?
Hopefully, the last one of the day.
What'd you roll?
And that one.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah.
I did it.
We had a
So,
nat 20
Kainen,
and a nat 1 on this.
You realize that Havi got a message.
Got a message. I'll look over to Harvey and go, what was your message?
You got one too.
I did.
Uh,
It was from Nickelwater, the that cleric. I think I've got the wrong accent at the moment. I'll work on that.
we switch. It's fine.
Did you receive one as well? From him?
Yeah, I told Hilta. Sorry, I sent Hilta a note from Locke. I think. I'm trying to remember what note I sent her. It was one that we took off Locke's body, or is that Ken?
No, you did.
Sorry, what's the question, Splash?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember what note I sent Hilta.
I
is it one we
got
took off
that
Locke's
right
body?
here for you. Do. You sent this.
Ah, all right. Then yes.
What's the yes? Sorry.
Hmm?
You said yes. What? I don't understand.
I couldn't remember what I sent. So Harvey sort of like looks like they're struggling to remember. And then just says, sent a note to Hilta about Locke's passing.
Oh, so Hilda spoke to you.
No. It was the cleric. He passed on Hilta's regards.
Did anyone else get a message here? I don't think you did. I indicated towards the rest of the party.
Phil, you've successfully diverted Kanan's gaze. So if you tell him no right now, he wouldn't know.
Yeah, Phil's just focusing on his breakfast. He's munching, eating quietly. He's kind of not really, not answering, but just pretending he's distracted with the food.
Can
out of your
Havi? Can Havi sense that anything is a little bit off with Phil with the high passive perception?
It would be an insight check. What's your passive insight?
14.
Not passively, but you could roll insight.
Yeah.
Is it going after my original roll, or am I rolling again?
Yes, your 23 stands.
Okay.
Do it. Unearth his secrets.
Reveal your secrets, child.
So I rolled a 19 and I've got +4, so 23.
Jeez.
Well, it matches. So what did you?
Meets beats
Well,
here?
yes, meets beats. I would have loved to have said Ty goes to the defender. But so Havi, you notice Phil is acting a little bit off.
Havi doesn't like get in Phil's face or anything, but just sort of like approaches a bit gingerly. Yes, very ray gun. And just sort of like lowers their head to be eye level with Phil, and just says, "Did you get a message as well?"
Message?
What?
From the cleric.
There was a message?
Harvey, you know that Phil is trying to deceive you.
Okay.
Why you always lying?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Well, anyway, as they're like speaking to each other, I'll just say, I'll like just update them as well. Nickel Water ended up finding that Red Lark is burned to ashes at the moment. Apparently, actions down here stirred up the nest, and things are happening on the surface quite physically.
He got a message.
So Red Lark is no more?
Hard to say. But he did say it was in ashes, so I'm assuming it's quite bad.
Will suddenly feels like a bit of an asshole for the response I gave.
You mean lady?
What's a red lark? Is that a bird?
Probably could be, but it's actually a town. That was the town I came through here. My connection was in Red Lock, so I don't even know if my connection there is still there. The only fortunate
Oh.
part of the message is that Tabitha is still safe.
We sent that cultist to Red Lark,
Dareth.
Dareth.
Gary.
Well, there was Dareth and the cultist. I forget his name. Oh, that's
Lee.
right. It was It was Becca K.
Mm-hmm.
Becca, that's right.
Live a Becker life. I remember.
So Becca K and
Bitch.
And
Dareth went to Red Lark because it was under the advisory of Kainen to go seek out Kainen's contact in Red Lark.
Oh boy.
And
I hope
apologize the
they're
united
okay.
flames of the town. Also, they've said that the weather up there has gone chaotic again.
In Australia or Red Lark?
Shia.
I wasn't sure if you were out of character.
Man, Larkham. He's in Larkham, mate. Larkham's all fucked up with the withers. As Harvey's like doing their thing, I'll beckon Harvey over to the side.
He just does that little bird skip.
I'm just gonna move a bit off a little bit. Whisper. Actually, this might actually have to be a whisper. Damn, do we have to go to a secret group? Secret group. Secret message. You're on mute.
Secret tunnel.
You fool! You're muted. There we go.
You want to speak privately with Havi. I would
Yeah.
love to take this to a private room. That would be amazing. So bear with
Yeah.
me.
Intermission.
Um,
Harvey
Yeah.
Yeah, loot
Just,
everybody.
trots up to Lady. And he says, "Did you get a message from that cleric fella?"
Yep.
Harvey
And-
sort of looks over their shoulder to Kainen and sends a bit of like a knowing glance to Phil and just says, "Lady got one too."
Yeah. So, Phil, that means you probably had one too, didn't you?
Phil
Cast sleep on everyone.
Phil chirps back in response because he is now a barn owl. He polymorphed himself.
I was about to say, Joe's back like he's actually an owl.
Is that legitimately what Phil has done?
I'm trying to see where is.
He's considering. Get him, he's a barn owl.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
That's very
So-
Dracula of you to avoid social situations by bursting into a cloud of bats.
He's just a little barn owl, just kind of.
Joke's on you, I'm bilingual.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Lee, I just had the exact same experience you did because I saw Nixie moving. Like, what's moving back here? Oh, wait, that's yours. Ah, it's so weird. It's so weird. The brain does weird things. Mm-hmm. Well, ain't that a hoot?
So yeah, he's kind of looking around at the doors as if where to go next, kind of looking back at the party.
Well, then I'll redirect my attention to Lady. It's like, what was your message?
Hang on. Let me pull it up.
Side
He
note,
just
that's a great RP. Sorry.
she sort of gets up and she's all tired still. And she's like, he just told me to keep you safe.
Insight, actually. You know, I'll insight that.
Yeah, you can insight. What is it?
It's a nat 20.
Yeah, will no roll necessary. You know that Lady Pierce is 100% telling the truth.
Cool.
Well, partially.
Blanche.
It's partial truth. What she said isn't a lie, but it's like not everything that.
It's omitting.
Yeah.
It's just like what she said
Let's
wasn't
just-
a lie,
Let's
but it
let's
indicates
just
there might-
say. Let's just say, what she told you is what she thinks is the important part.
So they may have been
In
slightly.
character or out of character.
No, as part of the insight roll, I'm just going to say that what she's told you, she believes is the important part of the message.
All right. Very good. Oh, sorry. Well, just to reiterate, I'm not sure if you actually heard properly what my message was, but whatever we're doing down here is stirring up trouble on the surface, and Red Lark is burnt to ashes. Tabitha is safe, but the weather is going wild around the Durzian Valley. So there's a chance that the fire and the air cult are stirring up a lot of trouble on the surface. So,
By the way, I've said the valley name wrong the whole campaign. I call it Desarian Valley. It's Desarin Valley.
Desarin. Like
Sorry
Desiree.
to interrupt.
I don't know, you ruined it. Anyway. So I guess we should make haste to getting rid of these other two cult leaders.
Sure. Before you go, we head off. I'd like to ask the party, would anybody be able to spare some rations? I seem to have run out.
Havi pulls out some rations.
She'll take it. She'll offer you a gold coin.
Havi awkwardly declines.
Okay. She's like, oh, thank you.
Phil tries to go into Javi's pack to grab a ration. He's a bird.
He is a bird.
Do you let him?
There.
Phil is on Harvey's radar at the moment. So, Harvey sort of ducks the pack down just as Phil gets close to it and just sort of looks at Phil and then like toddles off.
Oh.
What sort of look do you give the barn owl?
The barn owl gets just endless black orbs of completely dilated pupils.
Is
Of
this
a
a
knowing stare. It is a knowing stare, not a. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
So, Phil, as the rules of polymorph state, you lose your strength, dexterity, and was it no, not wisdom. But basically, you maintain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Mhm.
So you fully understand
Mhm.
the look you've been given.
It's a I know, and I know that you know that I know, but I haven't said anything yet.
What have you up to? It's very cheeky.
Phil looks over at Kainen and then decides against it and just kind of peters off to the side.
Looks like Kainen. I was like, yeah, it's an owl. It's like,
um,
I'll lean over to Harvey and go, why is he an owl right now? I don't quite get this.
imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Right.
Splash, you're not an owl.
I'm a barn owl. I'm a barn owl.
No, you're not.
But I have
Party votes for they're an owl.
hands.
I vote.
There's no barn.
You're an Aarakocra. They specifically are not owls.
Aarakocra. Thank you very much.
Aarakocra.
Yeah, that's a different species.
Oh, I voted in. Anyway, quick question. Do rations consumed at the beginning or end of the day? Beginning, I'm assuming?
Anytime.
Start your day with food?
As long as they're
Sure.
consumed.
Alright, go. Alright. Cool. Well, is everyone ready to find their way up to the top?
Yes.
Phil asks, chirp, 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 chirp. I doubt I can
looked at
talk. I doubt I can speak English as an owl.
Barn
Javi
owls
replies,
don't have a language.
"Caw, caw, tick, 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 caw, 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 caw."
It's very aggressive.
You both understand what you said individually, but not what the other one has said.
I'm just resigning myself to following the group, at least for the next hour.
I'd like to check on Lady Pierce to see how she's looking at the moment. So, how are you feeling, lady? You were pretty exhausted yesterday. Did you get enough rest?
Still, she looks pretty tired. How do I best describe it? Her reactions are a little slower. She's looks a little weaker, holding her axe. Yeah, but she's like, yeah, I'm fine.
There's another night would probably be better for you, but well, we don't really have that luxury.
Good, hang on.
All right. Well, if you're well enough to stand and move, I'm sure you'll be all right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm happy to start heading up towards wherever this thing is above us. You good to go?
Wait, where are we going?
Well,
To
the sharp takes us
the-
up to the flame temple, so I'm assuming that's where we need to be.
Agreed. Especially if there's towns being burned.
Sure.
Or did you perhaps want to look at the rest of this area before we leave?
If there's people suffering up there, maybe it's a better idea to go with your plan.
All right. Well, Phil, what about yourself? You're happy to go now?
He flaps excitedly.
That is a definite maybe. All right. Let's go.
Definite maybe.
So I'm just going to start moving away. All right, pair up. Do. We can do a fast forward if need be.
So everybody is making their way to the platform.
You know what?
Oops.
And
Lady, no!
hey, have fun in the bath down there. It's very toasty.
She's in the abyss.
And she's back. Mm.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you all arrive at the platform.
Mm.
So,
Alright.
one word makes us go down, and one word makes us go up.
Alright. Which one was up?
Amber.
Ash.
And as soon as Harvey says Ember, the whole platform just starts levitating up.
Hello.
It's an eerie silence that this platform just levitates. You don't hear any sound, there's no mechanical movement, there's no electrical whirring, it's just rising silently in the darkness.
Now would be a bad time to cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, yeah.
At least two of us can fly.
Mm.
It's
I can
rising
fly. I'm old
in.
enough people. I can fly.
I can jump real high.
It's rising in the shaft.
Ew.
We're gonna make it to the tip at any point now. Let's go.
Why is it burning?
It's fine. That's normal.
There's cream for that.
As always.
Magic, bitches.
Magic, bitch.
Yeah, boy.
These bitches be magic.
Jeez.
Right. Roll up. Actually, Phil, you probably should guess. Good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, do we
he's
lost-
crawling up the rear in his bird form.
So hold on. Before people continue,
Magic word.
you have entered a new location. So I shall read the location data.
Dada?
We're in the shaft of the fire node. The shaft. This explainer text is kind of weird because it doesn't expect you to come from the bottom.
Uh-huh. And from the bottom, now we're here.
But I'm going to read it anyway, verbatim as it is. At the end of the passage, a wooden platform similar to a drawbridge extends to a large, irregular-shaped vertical shaft, perhaps 50 feet across. A large stone disc, 12 feet in diameter, hovers next to a wooden extension. The shaft rises into an inky blackness overhead, but a flickering, ruddy light is visible below. Okay. And let me check the map. I'm gonna have to divide this map up. DM notes, be DMing. So that's the image for the map. That's where you're located. Before you continue out, you hear the sounds of seems to be banging of metal, right? Wrong number. And as you approach the exit, the temperature is slowly, like you can feel it getting hotter. And I'm going to read, this is what happens as you get closer to the entrance. Oh, the exit. Same thing. Noise, light, and heat issue from a massive chamber. Runnels of lava flow from holes in the west wall into bronze trough. Heat shimmers, smoke and steam rise towards the domed ceiling, escaping through vents. Staircases rise at opposite ends of the room, and a smaller passage exits to the east. and Efreeti drives Azes and salamanders to make armament, while fire cultists stand guard.
Question. The
Yeah.
shaft that we're in, is that... Does that keep going up? Or is this the ceiling of the shaft?
It's darkness. You can't see to the top, especially without dark vision.
I have dark
Okay.
vision.
The owl noticed the shaft rising and goes into blackness. You can make out stalactites on the ceiling. So you assume that's where it ends.
Okay.
But nobody else knows this, only the owl.
You can't communicate it to anyone.
No, just looking up and around, seeing if there's a place to perch and hide.
Top floor, ladies wear.
Ladies, where?
31st floor, menswear. Right.
Well, there's not
there a
really a
gong
way
here
to
too?
do this stealthily, I feel.
Is there a gong here?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright.
I might
I'd
nod
like to
towards-
stealth immediately.
You what? Sorry?
I'd like to stealth now that I see all
Well, you hear noises. So you hear the bashing of metal, sounds like a blacksmith. And there's heat, and you can see lava. And you catch glimpses. Nobody knows you guys are here. Because the noise is of the furnaces and the metalwork. It's loud.
So that means we have stealth with advantage. If we needed to stealth. Or, I don't know, DC. Anyway.
Well, you've come
I say
in.
this specifically just because there's a person immediately down the corridor that we would be able to see. Right there.
Yep.
Well,
So when it rises, and this person's not paying attention to you, has got back mostly turned. Can you guys see any other figures ahead?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well,
Azer and Salamander.
just those two?
Well,
Yes.
Cool.
There's only 3 people on the board.
So when the platform rises and gets to that level, you see the figures ahead, so you can decide from the platform what you want to do.
Can we ask them nicely to stop what they're doing?
Are you freezing?
Will, can you elaborate on what you mean?
Just that. Just
No,
Call
are you
out
talking to
to
the party, or are you
oh
talking
yeah,
about...
yeah. I will whisper it to the party.
I don't think there's a very good chance that they'll just stop. This is their domain. They won't stop just for us. Plus, their attention will be drawn back to us, and that's not great either.
You do realize they're trying to destroy the Earth. I don't think they're going to stop because we politely ask them to.
Lady will not try to make a joke again.
Yeah.
She tried it, didn't work out. Now it's
I think it's the deadpan delivery that she gives for everything.
That's okay. She's taken the criticism on board and is willing to move on.
She will be working on this in the future. Got it. I looked at Havi and I kind of like tap the platform very gently with the trident. I kind of like indicate to it with my head, gesture to it, think.
Harvey reads this as we're throwing them down the shaft. But takes a moment to consider to try to be more insightful and gain a better understanding of what Kainen is trying to insinuate with this action.
I'll just walk close to there. I'll just walk close to there, Harvey. I said, Harvey.
But before let's roll off. Kainen, can you please give me persuasion? Havi, can you give me insight?
Oh god.
Good.
Well, it's my second one of the day.
All right. So what's a
natural one plus 4? It's 5.
Versus a 25? Oh, sorry, 24.
Oh god.
So, I mean, you're doing a really good job, but Havi is just not understanding.
That is over the head.
It's wind in the leaves to her. She doesn't understand what's going on.
You just get this very slow sort of nod of an unsure yes, and Harvey still believes that you are insinuating that we toss them down the shaft.
You're going to have to toss them.
Toss me.
All right. Well then, I'll look towards Phil. Well, actually, no, Phil's a bird. Oh yeah, freaking bird. Freaking bird.
Ash,
It's
Ash.
Yeah, bird. It's like, it's just like, well, we're going to need to find some water. I need a decent quantity of water. Perhaps like enough.
You say this out loud?
Yes.
Okay. It clicks for Harvey, and Harvey pulls out their water skin.
I think it's going to
just says, I don't think this is going to be enough.
I have a DM question. How much water do I need? I don't know what quantity a node of water is.
Right.
A no doesn't sound a lot.
Let me. This is going to require some investigation.
Intermission.
So, everybody's in the shop, and they've just come to the platform, and you guys see people at the end of the corridor.
I withdraw all my indication towards my thoughts as towards Havi. I delete.
Elliot and I went over what he was thinking, and he realized he couldn't do it, and that's something as a character he would know. So we
So therefore, we're planning what to do right now.
Well, Harvey's back to option A. Throw him down the shaft.
Yeah, that was actually what I messaged Lee. Is like, I'm going to pretend that throwing down the shaft was my idea. Hold it off.
You guys just gonna give them the shaft, huh?
New plan. We'll pretend to be dead on the shaft, and when someone comes to investigate, we trip them and make them fall off the shaft and pretend to be dead again. And they just keep coming, and we keep flipping off the shaft. It's a great idea. No one will ever know.
So what's the plan, guys? What are you doing?
That was the plan. Interesting.
Do we attempt conversation first?
We could just demand to find our way to the leader of the fire cult and have an audience with them, and then do something there. Might be a bit risky though. We could sneak past the metal workers over there and just find our way around. Probably get caught.
Probably.
While you, so you're obviously having this conversation in player, not character, but you notice the guard that's ahead of you, sort of just rolling left to right. Like, you don't know when he's going to turn around. It could be the next 20 seconds. It could be another minute or two.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, he's unaware of your presence.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And
Alright,
he
then
has
I'll look at him.
flame of metal.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll go. Alright, first things first, let's just get out of eye shot of that guy. So quickly follow me. Follow me. Wait, why can't I turn around?
Are we going to attempt to stealth it?
Okay. Technically, yes.
Um,
How can I turn?
yeah, we'll try to stealthily.
We.
We're gonna try and stealth.
Well, actually,
Bird people can fly. Land people can stealth.
Are we talking to them? Is that where have we landed on that?
Alright,
Well, I
wait.
think we're just getting out of sight first.
You guys can have a minute or two to discuss what your plan would be.
So it's like I go. Wait, I have a better idea. Quickly, everyone back on the platform.
What's the
Get on the
idea?
platform, quick. And I go. I say Ash. And I go. All right, Harvey, Phil, go fly up there and see if you can investigate the area. We'll kind of like hold our way on the platform here, so we stay out of sight.
Does Phil understand?
Yeah, I can understand English. I just can't.
So
speak.
he maintains his intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. He loses his strength, dexterity, and constitution.
Okay. And how tall are the ceilings? Pretty tall by the looks of it.
Yeah, they go up, especially in this area, quite significantly high. Let me get the information. Ceilings are 15 feet high.
Ooh.
But this is obviously a large open chamber that you're entering. So, what is it?
About how long? How much time has passed since breakfast, so to speak?
It's 30 foot high. Phil, you've been polymorphed for about 35 minutes.
Okay.
That's right. It's now.
Harvey will take to the skies and try to stealthily fly into the chamber to have a look.
If anything comes wrong,
Phil
just fly
will
back.
take to the sky, but he'll linger in the chasm for a bit as he watches Havi go forward. Then he'll kind of follow her carefully.
Cool. Okay, so
And as they're flying around, we are kind of like hovering the platform a little bit of a distance, so you can't be seen.
Havi, you're the one entering the space. Can I get a stealth check with advantage? As you're going into a armory of sorts, like blacksmith.
Yeah, it's 22.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Go on.
Flash, I would rather you hold your comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's in there?
Everything.
We can see.
I've
Heat
chosen not to-
rises, and Havi was not prepared for the level of heat from the lava that's in there.
I feel like I should just lug my camera in the shaft and just yeah.
So what's everyone else doing, or am I just doing a scout and returning?
Yep. You go investigate. We'll hold the platform lower so they don't end up. We won't draw attention over to the shaft.
Yeah, Phil's keeping Javi in line of sight, but not leaving the shaft because he doesn't want to risk exposing them.
Okay. He's just gonna do a quick whoop-de-whoop. And head back over to and as Havi lands back on the platform, they look a little bit concerned.
What did you see?
There's a lot of people in there.
Were you able to check the side rooms too, or just that room?
I only flew in the main chamber, and in that room just ahead of us, there were nine creatures.
Well, we don't have a good way of distracting them unless you fly somewhere, make a distraction, and pull their attention, and then manage to fly around them and get back to us. Make it work. I don't know if you're up for that.
DM.
Yeah.
What are the sizes of the
The
enemy
creatures
will-
were blind.
Okay. Where are we? In the
I'm
north.
gonna grab a bottle now, guys. Sorry, it's just like
In the northeast corner of the chamber, there's a large creature. It's big.
How big? Like size?
I'd say close to giant.
Oh shit! So bigger than the Minotaurs, maybe.
Slightly bigger, if not the same size.
Is there perhaps a way we could perhaps persuade our way through them?
So, in the chamber, there's two staircases going up. One on the north side, one on the south side. And to the west, it's just pools of lava.
So perhaps a
And-
chance.
The ground in there only covers about half the chamber. So fighting that many with that little room could prove a bit more dangerous.
Is there think we need some sort of a distraction. Like we could, is there any way we could sneak around them, or are the corners like held up by those big creatures?
There's no way I could see other than, flying to sneak around them. They're just spread out everywhere.
Is there a chance that, I don't know if Phil can do this at the moment, but is there a chance that Phil could turn us all into something that could fly? We could perhaps fly our way through to the main area?
Havi, you would also inform the party that you noticed one of them, particularly the big one, shouting some orders towards a number of.
It looks like the big one's in charge.
In the corner of the room, to the north or
To
south?
the northeast corner.
All right.
At the mention of helping everyone fly, Phil kind of does this little sad bird noises, like a negative. Like, unfortunately, probably would not be able to do such a thing for everyone.
How confident are you to investigate the side corridors or up the stairs or something like that? To perhaps get a bit more gauge on what's around us.
I can do that.
All right.
Are we sure we want to do that? Given what's going to be between us and Harvey, it would be very difficult to go and help if we need to.
It depends. Like, she's pretty fast. So if anything goes wrong, just come straight back to us and we can just descend down the elevator.
I'm a naturally airborne fighter.
I don't know if this small Phil can still use his spells or not, but message perhaps. Keep in contact if we need it.
I think that's a concentration, which polymorph is also a concentration.
Give me an Arcana.
Havi.
Phil
Yep,
will
Arcana, please.
Phil will point to Kainen and
With a wing.
17 plus 5, 22.
You know, message is not a concentration spell.
Oh, neat.
It's actually a cantrip.
but I can't cast it as a bird, can I?
No. If there's a verbal component, no. And you've lost your strength and dexterity, so you wouldn't necessarily have the hand movements to do the semantic ability of it.
Well, Happy if you're confident enough. Just do a bit more investigating, and if anything goes wrong, just fly right back. And we'll head down.
Havi just gives like a sharp nod and takes to the skies.
Reach for the skies.
So it's when you get here, I need another stealth check with advantage.
Ooh, dirty 20.
No worries. Which way are you going? North, south, west? Actually, you would be able to view this area here, don't you? Fuck.
Shit is hot.
So hot, it's cool. So cool, it's hot.
Okay, so I moved box to the right, while to the north, and the south one I deleted. Can you see what I moved? Like, can you see tiles here?
Yes, I can see lava.
Along
Oh,
this line.
I can't see north of that line.
That's fine, but you can see up to that line, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Where are you going? North or south?
I will go north.
Okay.
Right is right.
So you get to here, and you no longer have, with these stairs rising, you no longer have the forgivingness of a lofty ceiling.
Yep.
That's where things start to be about 15 feet high.
Alright. I'll continue flying just because my flight speed's faster than my walking speed.
That's fine. Where do you want to go to? You can move your token.
Any points of exit in this hallway other than the end of it? Okay.
You see a hobgoblin just resting, not really paying much attention on your left. And then on your right, you see a long hallway.
Ay.
And you see doors either side.
I will fly back to the group.
No worries. Are you exploring anything else?
Still got the south door, south entrance.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the south before I go back.
Okay. Just head to the south stairs. I'm just fixing. Okay. Now. You see a row of doors. In front of you. You see down a corridor with some stairs that rise and fall on the other side. And let me edit this part. You can see a T intersection to your left.
Okay.
Is that just a random person in the group?
I told my friend Califax he can join and listen in if it's still going. So.
Alright, I'm going to make my way west. Whilst I'm traveling, can I hear anything in this hallway?
Let's see. Nothing new in that hallway, no. The batting of steel behind you. You can hear, but It's sort of a little more distant now that you're down the corridor.
Alright. I'll quickly check out over here.
So you that's that one. At the end of the hall is a circular room that is cooler than the rest of the complex. A pool of water fills the room's center. The water surface, as smooth as glass, comes to a foot below the surrounding floor.
And that's where I am.
That's
there.
While you flew over that way, I actually, before we got there, I need another stealth check.
Yep. 19.
19, no worries. So you see down the corridor to your left as you're flying past, and you
Yep.
see people.
Is it people?
Yeah, you see people wearing robes.
Okay. I will do what I intended to, which is check this room out.
Cool.
Give
And
them
you
the bird.
find the well at the end of the hall.
Okay. Can I... trying to think. So, I know where we've come from, which was beneath this complex.
Yep.
And I know I'm currently up a higher floor. So, a well producing water in this spot seems unusual. Can I do like an Arcana check to see if it's like
Sure.
Special
magical?
in some way.
Yeah. Uh, 21.
21. You don't get any magical presence. This room itself is unlit. There's a little bit of light coming from the corridor, but everything seems fairly normal. Just like a normal well.
It's nice and cool.
Okay. I will fly back to the party because it's getting a little perilous.
Okay, so wait. Need a stealth check here, please.
Whoa! So it's a 19, but it landed on 5 and then tipped over to 15.
Well, sorry, it was meant to be with advantage. That's not a problem.
Another one.
Just triple checking something. Cool. You go down the corridor past various doors. And as you're around the corner, I need you to give me a stealth check, please. With advantage.
That's another 19.
Cool. You're good. You make it back to the platform.
What did you find? Mind flash.
Bonk. I searched both entry points from the chamber, and they both lead to long hallways with rooms and offshoots, and there's enemies and creatures in both directions. I did find a weird room with a well, and it was filling up with water. But it was on a higher level. It was along the west section. There's almost like a catwalk, like an elevated bridge that you can see into the main chamber from, but that hallway is full of people in robes, but I'm pretty sure they're cultists, and there's hobgoblins, and there's so many rooms. I honestly, I don't know which way to go.
I understand. I'm not sure if we can afford to just rush our way in there, and even sneaking around there's going to be trouble too. Was there any indication of where the Vanifair, the leader of this place, would be? I'm assuming that she would be here somewhere.
Not anywhere obvious that I saw, but there's still so many places I didn't see.
We must be somewhere near the surface, because we've traveled so high. Unless we're inside of a mountain.
Well, every place I searched was heading up. All the stairs were leading up. The only place that seemed out of place that was leading down was obviously the well.
You know what to do? It's like, we can rush in and just fucking fight things and see what happens, or just sneak away and shit.
If
Don't know.
we rush into the main chamber, any commotion is going to bring the enemies from the higher levels down, and it's just going to be brutal.
Then we form a wall across this pathway with me and Kainen at the front,
Hold the bridge.
Phil and Havi at the back, and we
Bottleneck.
yeah, make it so that they can only come in 2 at a time. Havi and Phil can support us at the back while we take the brunt of the force.
There is a third option. Since I now have the trident of the water cult, I could pretend to be the leader, the new leader of the water cult, and demand the audience with Vanifair. Maybe escorted there.
Try that.
Like we could pretend to do that, and if it doesn't work, we have Plan B, which is retreat back and hold the bridge. And if we need to escape, we just take the platform down.
Yeah,
It could work.
I'd prefer that to sneaking around, to be honest. I'm not feeling confident in my abilities to get by unseen.
I'm not sure if we have to wait till Phil is no longer covered in feathers, though. Might be useful.
Another 25 minutes has passed. 20 minutes has passed. So you got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I'll go.
Do we still?
Feathers or scratches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We've still got those cult robes, right?
Yes. Of which ones?
Yes.
Did we have any of the water cult ones?
I'm just trying to see.
Lee, quick question.
Yeah. Quick
When
answer.
we were down in the lower levels,
Yep.
sorry, where we were previously, would I know if there were any more like water weirds and shit down there, or did we just clear them out? Or is there like a spawning area? Is it just an area that they can appear? Were they just guards there at the time they're born?
Are you
I'm not sure.
asking if this would be your player knowledge or character knowledge?
It would probably have to be character knowledge.
You wouldn't know of any spawning zones.
So, all right. Well, first off, I'll ask the group. Right, what rooms do we have?
I don't remember anybody picking any up, but you did see some in the lower level where you came from when you battled that air elemental.
Yes.
Yeah, we picked up robes then, but I can't remember. There were different cults or cultists that had died in that room.
Correct.
I'll ask
They
Harvey.
had
You know what?
robes.
Harvey, were they wearing robes?
That is correct.
I'll ask Harvey. He's like, do you remember? Were they wearing robes in there? Did you see them wearing specific ones? We don't have to wear their ones, but if they're wearing them, it might be a good indicator.
I passed a room and it had people in robes. So there's definitely cultists here.
Well, if we wear the Water Cults one, it might give us a bit of a hand in this.
So you recall there's roughly you had the ability to create 5 air cultist disguises, 4 earth cultist disguises, and 1 fire cultist disguise.
There was none for water.
I think we should also remember that in character, they do seem to be at odds with each other. I mean, we have found 2 cultists captured by another cult.
We could perhaps be fire cultists that have eliminated the water cultists and then they're delivering the trident to them.
That might be a better
That's
idea,
true.
yeah.
Well, do we
I
have
think
any
that's-
of the fire cultist robes with us?
Yeah, we got 3 fire cultist robes.
We have 3.
Yeah,
I think we could do this.
Phil
Alright,
can
get in
hide
trench coat.
under. Yeah, Phil can hide under Javi's
Or-
feathers.
On your shoulders so that it's a more humanoid face.
Mr.
True.
Aarakocra on my shoulder.
Alright, yeah. Phil and I can do the raccoons in a trench coat bit.
The tricky bit's that Phil's about to turn back in like a few minutes.
Phil's back to
No, well,
normal
that's-
form.
Yeah, he can give the human face to the giant bird body.
Alright.
A true eldritch terror we are.
Yeah, well, what do we do with the rest of our equipment then?
It's our equipment. Doesn't matter to them. It's like we've found spoils underground and it's now belongs to us. We can just take it with us.
Alright, we're doing this.
Alright, well the plan is I will try and lead the way. I will try and persuade them, get their attention, and hopefully they'll be able to lead us to that affair. Do we know of any symbols that the flame cultists have used, like a greeting, like the hand? I'm trying to figure out, was that the previous group or this group that we knew about, like the hand
Previous.
shit?
It would
Phil
have
was
been-
around for that though. Does Phil know that?
Mm,
I don't think
no, Phil.
I've encountered
Phil
fire.
was there for the Earth cult.
Hang on.
Fire cult was
When we found the fire cultists,
Yeah.
didn't one of them tell us what it was? The hand signal?
I don't have
Well, we
anywhere in my
might go.
notes. I do not have anywhere in my notes. You
I
guys
think
learning
just the earth. One of them did like
fire
a
cult.
triangle sound or symbol.
That was the Earth.
Yeah, so I remember that. I don't remember any other hand signs being shared. I could be wrong.
or fist bump.
So you noticed on Ashley that she had the symbol of the fire cult on her. I specifically took note that you did not ask about the fire cult hand symbol. So I'm just doing this on my notes. I'm just searching the word symbol,
No, it's
and the sentence is they did not ask about the fire cult hand symbol.
To be fair, it was the previous group that kind of asked those questions. We did not. Oh no, we kind of did. I think Phil
I don't
did.
think so.
Because Phil was like the only one who kind of knew about it. Everyone else was like new to it.
So, question, if I may, Javi,
You a person now?
Javi, you said, yeah, I could talk.
Okay.
You said there was a thing of water nearby.
Yeah, on the southern exit to the room, at the very end of the hallway, there's a lot of cultists, but there's also a room with a well, and it looks like the well is overflowing a bit.
No.
No?
No. As I read verbatim, the water goes a foot below the floor level, so it's kind of like a well in the stonework itself. The image doesn't really portray it, but the water is a foot
level.
below floor level and is glass-like reflective.
Now,
Okay.
Kainen said he needed water, right? If Kainen can fly there, can you use the water as a distraction? Is that
It doesn't quite work that way. I
No.
thought I only needed water, but it turns out I need way more than that.
There's probably a lot of water in a well.
There is, but there's more things than just water I require. So there's no need for it now.
Oh, it was just a thought.
I know I had that original thought, but I was like, yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Are we trying
Also,
to
welcome
leave,
back.
or are we trying to take these guys down?
I think
Take him down.
we're going to eventually take them down, but we may as well try and persuade our way through first and see if that gets us anywhere first.
No.
So, all right, bring out the cloaks. Who has cloaks?
Harvey
Who-
lifts Phil onto their shoulders.
Whoop.
And yeah, we start donning the cloaks.
Mhm.
What are you wearing?
A fire cultist cloak.
Yep, fire cold ones.
Yep.
All right.
So you got 3 fire cult symbol cloaks that you're donning?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what Harvey
Sure.
would have seen out there too. Did Harvey see those things?
Huh?
I'm assuming Harvey would have seen some cloaks out there, whether it was the right kind, because that would have been referenced.
I don't know that I paid mind to the actual symbols on the cloaks. I just noticed that there were people in cloaks because I was trying to hide from them. Would that be accurate, DM?
I guess.
Are the cloaks different colors, or do they just have different symbols?
They're distinctively different. Like you can the air cultist cloaks have feathers on them. They look distinguishedly. It's not a word. They
Like
look different.
feathers, scales, charcoal. Yeah.
Red, probably.
So I feel like if I noticed they were wearing cloaks, I would have been able to tell which cloaks they were wearing.
Yes.
Well, before anyone starts marching towards our death, Phil will attempt.
Second death.
May the timelines guide you. We'll try to guide whoever's leading the charge.
That'd be Kainen.
Yep.
Yay.
I'm just getting images for you guys so you have references
Images.
as to sort of how each one looks. There you go. You can see their attire is visibly different.
What'd you talk about? I don't see no tire.
It's the shield thing. That's the tire.
A tire.
One single tire.
Okay.
So yeah, you
Right.
can see so you're like an air, earth, fire, water cult in that order.
Okay.
And I could see that they were wearing fire cult attire.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Fire cult robes it is.
Cool.
All right.
Well, I think we had talked about. I think we specifically grabbed fire cult cloaks, thinking that that's who we're going to encounter next anyway.
All right.
All right. Do we think
Well,
about?
we're gonna don the things. It's like I'll be leading the way. You guys, everyone else, just follow my lead, and I'll do my best to try and persuade them to get there.
I'll walk
So-
behind
Guidance.
Kainen
Mm-hmm.
to instruct sort of which way leads where.
I'll ask Havi. So their leader's in the northeast corner. Was that correct?
Last I saw, yeah, they were yelling instructions from the northeast corner.
All right. Right up. Line 'em up. Here we go. Time to do some roleplay.
Oh, hi. And that's where we'll call it for the week.
Yeah. Excellent. Let's go. I can pivot. Oh, I can pivot. There we go. I can pivot again. Pivot. Cool. All right. Everyone ready?
Okay. So, Kainen,
Mhm.
you casually waltz up to the
I don't
end of the
casually, I
corridor.
walk with purpose.
Okay. You walk with purpose. You guys are wearing fire cults robes. So you're at the end of the corridor. Everybody else move up. You gain attention from everybody. The people working at the forges.
Everybody turns around. That's bullshit. It's loud as fuck. How the hell would everyone go, oh, what?
Let me finish. The big guy yells out, says, "Back to work!" And they or at the forges just continue to do what they need to do. And one of them approaches you. Well, what can I do for you?
I have word from below. Gar Shadowsteel has been killed by mercenaries, and I'm here to deliver the tridents back to Vanafair.
Give me a deception check with
Advantage?
With
Excuse
your
me, I just need to take a picture of this.
Oh boy. Yeah, I agree.
Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. This one, and there you go.
What am I looking at? I see the one, but what's the other one?
It's a 3.
3.
I see. So what does that make the number?
Was it deception, was it? That makes it a 4.
Oh, good. You got +1 in charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Plus D4 for guidance.
Like,
You know what this reminds me of?
alright, everyone retreat, let's go.
Tropic
Fucking-
Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. when he's got the machine guns under his cloak.
I'm a learned farmer. Fuck's sake. That was like such a good start too. Like, yeah, never mind.
That's why I gave you advantage because you got the cloaks.
It's so dumb, so dumb. I don't know. Is he looking for deception or what?
What's your D4? What's your D4?
I'm sorry?
You got guidance. What is your D4 roll?
Oh, I forgot that guidance. Probably a 1. Oh, that's a 3. That's a
Wait, is
7.
this a contested insight?
Why? I don't know yet.
Maybe.
Because oh no, that won't work. Oh yeah, it would work. I silvery barbs.
Can you please elaborate on silver barbs?
Is that a spell?
One reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll or an ability check or a saving throw.
Oh.
So once they succeed, then you get to...
Yes.
Silvery barbs.
So if they successfully see through the deception with an insight, Havi would like to sneeze from under the cloak and distract, and sort of just like elbow Phil in the leg and get Phil to pretend that he has just sneezed.
Sorry, I tried to add you to sneeze.
So I have to re-roll if it's a success?
Yeah.
What was it, a nat 20?
Yeah, the first roll
Yeah.
was.
Yay! Watch it be a second nat 20!
I would have said that this would have been passive perception, but with Splash's ability, I'll roll for it.
It's still too good, isn't it?
What was your score, Elliot? Total score.
Gosh.
With guidance, remember.
6.
This is 7.
Yes, we can help you to see Vanafair. I believe that they are not around at the moment, but I can definitely guide you to their chambers.
Lead on. Thank you so much, Havi, because, like, for fuck's sake, it was a perfectly good start.
You're
and then
welcome.
first roll just fucks it up. Like every good D&D campaign, it's always the first roll is like, all right, everything, all right, through the plans, plan B immediately. Oh, wow.
This is like
Peak.
a fucking Ocean's 11 movie now.
Oh my gosh. I was waiting for like, well, fuck, now we have to fight our way through everything again. It's like, never mind.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Havi. Thank you so much. Oh.
Okay, so you get led up this way to. Yeah, I know I'm missing one character.
No, you got him.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Uh,
You move so quickly, you got air. Air time. Oh, geez, forges everywhere.
and so I didn't drag the cultists with us, but if you can vet inside the chamber, well, yeah, vet inside the chambers, and I'm sure he shall return quickly enough.
Trying
Watching Kainen lose his shit.
Yeah.
to. Here comes the gas. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit darker than I was expected.
I said, get me some juice, not gas the juice.
Oh, that one's always terrible. I still laugh though. Still going to hell. Still going to hell. Cool.
So funny.
Whoa.
Hopefully we still have D&D down there. We'll be fine.
La 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 la. What room is this? It's this one. I really just wanted you guys to just go into battle, but I'm like, they deserve this.
Well, like, deserve what's coming to them, or what?
Yeah.
Are there any back doors out of this room?
Well, with Lady Pierce nearby us, we can make a back door anywhere. Just fucking smash the wall. It'll be good.
Yeah, sure.
The whole mountain down on us.
Use your hammer. Keep hammer.
Okay, so you guys are just waiting here?
Yes.
Maybe we should have a look at the room.
Investigate subtly.
Yeah.
Have someone check the door while people investigate.
Havi just like peeks through the robes to see what they can see. Intermission.
So, you guys
Not you
are
guy.
still waiting in this room, and a significant amount of time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Long
we'll
rest.
say a good almost an hour has.
Okay.
Wow.
So within that hour, we'd like to search the area.
Yep.
Short rest.
What are you talk to me? What are you doing? How are you doing it? What are you trying?
Well, first off, it'd be like, all right. So it's just a corridor, an angled corridor, and the door's at the very far end, correct?
Correct.
And the door is closed?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So, I don't know if
will
it's...
watch that door.
No worries.
I'm gonna check the nooks and crannies for any, like, secret entrances and shit like that.
And
Exits.
Havi is going to walk Phil and I over to the east end of the room to look at the platform area.
No worries. Okay. Kainen, give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Sorry, back to my character. No, it's only a 12. Is it an investigation or perception?
Perception. Why?
Okay.
What's your investigation?
Well, that's the thing, because like if I'm looking for a secret thing, I would assume it'd be touching. But anyway, regardless, it's the same number. It's a 12.
Okay, so. Well, actually, let me read the description before I continue with what your perception roll reveals. The room has a wide alcove in the east wall. A raised dais with an altar fills the alcove. Flanking the dais are two smoking braziers and two flickering torches in scones. Rich tapestries decorate the walls. The tapestries behind the dais is adorned with stylized cauldron symbol.
Do I recognize that cauldron symbol to be the symbol of the fire cult?
Yes.
Cool.
It matches what's on your robes.
Cool. Alright. Cool. Havi and Phil can do their thing.
You search the room, you look at the tapestries.
Mhm.
You notice some gold threading
Mhm.
in some of the tapestries.
Mhm.
And that's about it.
Can I like press my hand against the tapestries to see if there's like any give further beyond it? So as if it might be hiding something behind it?
You touch wall.
Okay.
Havi and Phil.
What story are the tapestries trying to tell us? Or is it all just random images of various things?
It's random images. No roll needed. But it's a lot of them depict fire, flame, and sort of destruction of that nature.
Gotcha.
Havi walks up to the altar-looking thing.
Yep.
Just had a look, seeing if there's any like markings or.
Give me an investigation check, please.
$14.
You don't find anything of interest.
As they're doing stuff, I'll walk over and speak to them as they're like looking around this place and just say like, the likelihood of Vanfair, was it? Vanfair, if she is probably going to likely sit down here as she speaks to us. Is there a spell or a trap we can use to maybe ensnare her and stop her?
I mean, there's all kinds of
Yeah.
magic, but we don't know how this is going to turn out, or if they'll come alone, or if they'll come at all.
Perhaps something that we can trigger on our own terms. We could be like, all right, we'll activate it now or something. I don't know how your magic works.
Do a delayed casting of spike growth if things go bad, but that's about it.
Because the real trouble is that if we make noise, which we likely will, and things inevitably go south, we're going to be stuck in this room.
Yeah, we're
Which is
kind
a
of
problem.
cornered.
I can cast silence.
Silence? How does that work?
Give me
Is
one
that like the
second.
quiet game?
It is like the quiet game. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
20 foot. I start like gauging the room for its size. 10, 15, 20. if the silence, so the silence can't travel through it all the way through. Can it act like a wall of silence?
That's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm
But you can walk
picking up
outside of it
that.
and not be silent anymore.
So if I were standing on the outer edges of it and then call to someone on the outer edge, you'd still be able to hear it.
You'd be able to hear
Yeah.
it. The sound wouldn't come into the...
Only creatures within the sphere are deafened.
Okay. Alright. So we could use this to silence the room if there's a battle.
Aye.
Okay. Well, that's a good start. We could, if need be, if there are several people that come through here and there is a fight, and we manage to keep the silence in here, if the fight goes well, we could perhaps disguise ourselves as the ones that came here with fanfare, perhaps, and leave. Of course, that's a bit later to decide, but it's something we can think of if we need to do it in a quick
Well,
decision.
we've already walked in here, so I don't think they'll argue if we walk out. We can reschedule the meeting later, maybe. Before we engage anyone.
Alright. Any other spells that could be useful in here? Holding them still, perhaps?
The trick is getting out alive, and
Well, if it's silent, then it's fine. But if we make noise, then it'll be trouble.
I'm not opposed to throwing them down the shaft.
yeah, but we're not at the shaft anymore.
We can drag them there.
Yeah, we'll have to run quite a far distance, and there's a lot of people between us and that shaft. That is a problem in itself. But from what I can think of, Havi, we need to take Vanifair's weapon off her. Whatever that may be.
Done. You just sort of get this sense of very focused purpose from Harvey when they had just sort of been joking about throwing people, down the shaft. Suddenly, this air of seriousness settles on them.
I can't tell. I'm on your shoulders. Well, stay
Also,
fun
that
now.
when I point towards the hump, which is on the back of Harvey, it's like, I assume this would be a bit of a problem if we get into a fight. Think this will still be an issue, or do you have to
I can hop
hide
off.
him
I
somewhere
just
behind a tapestry or something?
We agreed to travel in pairs.
Well, that is a literal sense. Sure.
I'll just carry mine.
Alright.
sure.
And if we can manage to, if we salvage another cloak, we could perhaps use it for Phil, but we'll see what we might have to do.
None of them really fit me. I tried one.
I know Vanifair is definitely going to ask for the trident, and she cannot have it. So when it comes down to it, when I offer her the trident, if she asks for it, that will likely be the time where we will have to attack.
Understood.
We just need to make certain that no one leaves this room other than us when this happens. So, lady, I believe that the door, or at least someone needs to be near this passageway so no one runs out.
Is battle what we're considering?
Likely. But it all depends on how this conversation will go. But it feels like it may be inevitable because most of these cultists will on the safe side and just eliminate a problem.
Javi will feel the feathers on the back of her neck raise as she feels a gathering of energy and Phil at the moment.
Did Zagar, the Minotaur, was that a fire cult person, or is it just their own thing?
You asking in character or out of character?
DM, if that was a thing we may have or may not have noticed.
They breathe fire. Take of that what you will.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yes, sir. Alright. So if they...
You faced air elementals, you faced water elementals, and people that breathe fire.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, if conversation comes to it and they ask like how we entered into all this, we just said that we were working under Zagar. When this happened, and as we were investigating what was going on with the water cults, Zagar and his men were killed too. That's how we.
Why
ended
don't
up
we
here.
say that we were working with the 2 fire cultists that we freed?
We could.
And we got
Yes.
separated from them.
Mm-hmm. Say that.
It might be better because the Minotaurs there weren't too happy to see us.
Well, it's fortunately for us, they don't know that.
Mm.
Or we could just simply not mention the mentors at all and just say that they're fine. We were just sent up here to deliver what we found. Might be a little simpler. Alright. Well, but if it does come to blows here, we definitely have to make it quiet. We have to make sure no one leaves. We have to confiscate the weapon off of Vanifair. Because that in itself is a troubling item.
What if Vanifair doesn't have their weapon?
Then we'll have to try and get the information out of her somehow. But I feel like there's a good chance that Vanifair wouldn't leave that weapon behind.
If Vanifair doesn't have the weapon, that's good for us.
It is advantageous for us, but disadvantageous, but not as good in other ways. Alright. Well, I'm not sure what else we can really do in here besides wait. So, rest while you can, I guess.
Well, I'll just say, go team! We can do this! Yeah! And he will cast a 5th level aid, so the 3 of you have 20 extra hit points, and you're healed up by 20.
20 temp?
You can mark it as temp, but it still counts as your maximum hit points has raised by 20, and you got healed by 20.
Should we line up in a procession instead of blocking their way through here? Might be a little more understanding.
We still don't know how long it'll be or if they'll even show up.
I don't think it matters to these people. I think if you're told to wait here, you wait here. And you wait orderly.
Well, we could offer that. We could ask the guards outside whether one of us could make it to the laboratory and gain some information while we're there.
Have to go to the little bird's room.
Well, you're not a bird anymore, but I understand.
Well, I'm half bird right now.
Sorry, I just picture it as there's a branch leading off of a pathway, and then there's just someone's car underneath.
I think our best bet is to just stand and wait. Unfortunately.
Shall we sing songs and pass the time, or should we get things going early?
I think the fire cult would appreciate silence. She says that, but she means lady would appreciate silence.
Like us being silent here? Or like them being silent out there?
Us being silent in here.
Hmm.
You
Okay,
just
so you want...
stand straight, stare at the wall.
Mhm. Watch your P's and Q's.
Well, does it have to be the wall? Because there's a lot of lovely tapestries we can look at.
Mhm.
They seem pretty grim.
True.
About
Lady will-
2 hours have seemed to have passed.
Oh, jeez.
You're not coming.
Alright. In that case, I would like to make my way to the door.
Make it away.
And crack it open for a sec. Actually, no, I'll just open it.
So in that room, I'll read it out. This large chamber is shaped like an elongated hexagon with doors set into points in the east and west. The door to the east has been painted red with black stylized cauldron symbol upon it. The door you're by. Additional exits lead to the north and south. Several ancient forges and anvils stand in the room, and many sleeping pallets lie scattered in their midst.
Alright. Cool.
So what are you doing?
I would like to open the door. Just normally. Are people all there?
Yeah, you see a bunch of cult, like fire cult people.
Mm-hmm. I approach the cultist H and speak to this as like, you there? May I ask where the privy is? I've been waiting a little too long.
I'm sorry, could you please elaborate the question?
I need to relieve myself. I'm assuming those chambers aren't appropriate for it. Do I have to say, I need to take a shit? Is that what you're after?
There's, in any and every dungeon that's ever been, there's no lavatories.
Oh, they just pick a corner and go for it?
No, dude, they hold their bladder forever.
Ah,
There's a shaft they can use. It's just over the edge.
you know, it's where the well is.
Lee's building a bathroom real
It's not
quick.
a necessity to go to the bathroom. I just want to go somewhere just to see the area because it's taking a while. Building the toilet, la 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 la.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
God, I haven't heard that in so long.
Sitting on the toilet. Meanwhile, rapidly cracking the shit up. Come on.
It's like, well, yes, there's what you need just to the left here. Your left.
First of all, the closet. To the left. And I point towards this door. And okay. I give him a nod. And as I head that way, I'm just going to survey who's in the room.
You count about 10 people.
Mm-hmm. And are they just resting? Are they walking about? Are they doing anything as I go past?
Doesn't give me any information on that. They're just chilling.
Was this the
They
room
just like
with the anvils, though? They were hammering away?
Mm-hmm. Right, handles.
Or was that somewhere else? The forges.
There's a few.
The forges don't seem to be lit.
Okay.
They're not working the anvils or the forges at the moment.
Alright. Cool. I receive.
There's resting pallets and they're just looking. By the way, this gentleman who directed you to the lavatory is just watching you now.
Yeah, I head straight towards the door that he indicated. And head on in.
Close the door.
Yep. Ah,
You find
shit in a corner.
kind of, yeah. Do.
Draft, DM. Draft like you mean it.
No, he's being literal. Do.
You find 3 stalls and there's a basin in the corner.
Alright.
It's just a regular bathroom.
Cool.
No mirrors though.
There's vampires
That's
here.
terrible. Alright. I relieve what's in the tank. However long that may take me. And wash my hands and
No mammal in the world, regardless of size, can pee for longer than 21 seconds.
I beg to differ.
I beg to differ. I've timed myself.
Yeah.
21 seconds.
I beat a minute. To be fair, my body was clenched up. I couldn't do anything about it. Oh no. When you're busting too hard, it hurts. Anyway, I like to relieve myself, clean up, and head on out.
No worries.
And I close the door behind me. As per thing. And I walk past. Give him a nod. And head back in. The door has been deleted. Nice work.
What was that?
Jesus.
Behind me.
What the what?
There it is.
What is this witchcraft?
Magic, bitch.
Okay. It's a magic bitch. Kill it. I head back in. I get ganked by the group. And I just mentioned this is like there's about 10 cultists out there. They're just doing their own thing. They don't seem worried or concerned about anything right now. But I didn't feel it necessary to ask where Vanifair was because I'm assuming Vanifair does what Vanifair does. And line up again.
We could always use the other tactics and just go greet them with a nice little fireball.
Thought we could. Could be a little tricky at the moment. It'll ruin our element as well. We'll have the element of surprise, but we'll lose the other element of surprise of getting benefit here.
Well, currently we have the element of 2 hours, so...
Right, but once we use it, we're not getting it back. Once that room is cleared, there's going to be a problem. However, if we really deem it necessary, and we stop any of them from running away, which could be a challenge in itself, we could opt to be a part of the men that were killed in that room. So when it is investigated, we might be able to jump down to her if she comes in here. But these are a lot of ifs.
Well, I gotta make something happen. I mean...
He's wiggling.
She was asleep, but yeah, finally got her to sleep. She sold onto the empty bottle.
It's nice. It's my bottle. Don't touch.
So, anyone got dice or cards, or...?
Might. Maybe I do. I'm not sorry, I can remember. I don't think I actually had anything on that one. Extras. Nope, not extras. No.
Yeah, neither.
Tired. Boulder parchment shears, let's go.
So,
I could perhaps ask him for something more comfortable to sit on as we wait.
well, how do we know this person is even in here? That they're not out on the surface raising heck, according to you guys?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I don't have a way of communicating unless you perhaps know that Speller gets to speak to people that you know.
I never really had anyone to talk to, I don't think. Except the short range one.
Do you have that spell?
Well, he doesn't. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were like checking your inventory.
No,
like,
no,
what's
no.
my-
I was trying to roleplay it in character.
Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
for all we know, they could probably have us waiting here for the next month or two before we can move again.
So we were directed to this room, right? And we just said just through there. Was that correct? Like there was no
again?
person.
Yeah.
There wasn't a person who directly like took us into this room. They just said go through there.
Yes, they said that this was Venefair's chamber.
Okay.
I look around to see if there's anything out of place, like a hidden door or alcove or something a little off.
Give me a perception check, please.
That is what I'm
And-
looking to do.
Javi will, help boost you up wherever you need to give you advantage.
Go for it.
So also my thoughts is like turns out there is a door. We just didn't find it.
Well, I had a 9
no.
before Javi helped, and then I had a 5 after Javi helped.
Oh wow.
Oh god.
Stop helping.
Tentacles!
Yeah, yoy.
Room looks pretty standard.
Well, I guess no one is here. I guess we should leave and come back later.
Mm.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I like to walk up onto the podium, up to the raise, the dais,
Dais.
and actually inspect the seat and actually sit on it to see if I can see anything that might have actually been like a pulley or something around there.
Go for it. Give me an investigation check, please.
Jabba
Think
on
it
the
is.
dais. Ooh, Jabba on the dais.
Amadeus.
The dais on the dais.
Then 11. My
Jabba.
rolls are too low for shit. So if there's something here, we can't find it because we have rolling too fucking low.
You don't find anything.
Let's just go back to the cultists and get an answer, because otherwise, there's no telling.
We can wait a moment and then I can go out and ask him again. So it's like, we've been waiting a while. Is Van Fer going to show up or what?
Out of character, if we just stay waiting here, are we just gonna stay waiting here? Like,
I don't think the DM's going to tell us that.
we've scoured the room.
Mm-hmm.
No one's coming.
Our rolls are too low to
Javi's-
find anything if there is something there.
Javi's getting bloodthirsty.
Joke's on you. It takes 3 hours to walk to this room.
Make haste, damn them.
You have no idea how long you could be waiting.
This is like the DMV.
Well, the best I can do is ask the one at the door.
Javi Yeah, Havi walks with Phil to the door.
Parkour.
And
It's a weird
can't
combo.
remember how to open the door.
So, who's opening the door?
Havi. And as Havi starts opening the door, they just say, mime or play along.
I'll play along, all right.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Just to clarify, are you in your robes or what?
Yeah, we're still on
Yeah.
the
Still in the robes.
Phil on the shoulders.
Okay.
Spotlight. 500 arrows hit you. Brah.
Those anvils were turrets in the skies.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay.
Please, please, please.
There's no one in front of us.
That's
Damn
also
it.
true. He's being
You don't-
sneaky, sneaky.
You don't see anybody?
No, they're all gone.
Just the spotlight.
Ah, there we
Whoa.
go.
Yeah, they were just.
Can you still see them?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And everybody roll initiative, please.
16.
So, initiative's 21. We're being attacked. Why?
Oh, it didn't say we were being attacked. You said roll initiative.
Thanks,
Which
Ann.
17.
Nice.
So, you open the door, and Havi, you rolled a great initiative, but you're not first. And this person at the back of the room speaks up. Female looking, and says, well, so you've come to see Venefair, have you? Well, surprise, surprise, Venefair is no longer here. She left a long time ago. Actually, is it male or female? I don't even.
I think it was the military.
It's a they.
And them. Oh, I could
They
have been there.
left a long time ago. They said that someone might be coming, and it appears that they have. Oh, what a pity. You've landed right where we've got you, like the fly in a spider's web.
Meanwhile, the entire time they've already closed the door just to completely ignore her talk.
Wow, this is so. They. Well, I'm not gonna do combat straight away. We're doing RP at the moment. So, and to get this straight, Phil is on the back of Havi.
On Havi's shoulders, acting as Havi's head.
Okay, so the full body of Havi can't be seen. The head of Phil can be seen.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Phil, what are you saying in return?
Do you really want to know?
By the way, you don't have initiative order. I'm just letting you know.
It's just it's
This
there.
is just talk at the moment. Well, actually, I don't know. No. Sorry, I just need a rule on this on my own behalf. If you
I should roll
decide
for
to
intent.
do something, you will get a turn to do so, and then we start initiative order. So at the moment it's conversation. So you've had this speech from this female magical looking human. What are you doing in return?
7. Okay. Well, I rolled for intent, so I'm not going to act yet. Does this individual look like they're carrying a large special weapon?
Good question.
Well, I'll just okay. Well, I'll just add out. Well, that's fine because some of the others from below have taken a long trip themselves, so it's mostly you guys now. Yay!
Out of character. What the hell did you say?
Basically, he's trying to say other leaders have been deposed of as well, trying to win this person over, so to speak. If that makes sense.
You're trying to win them over by telling them that you've defeated other people?
No, not that we have. I mean, this person is saying Ren Fair, whatever, is gone, right?
Venefair is not here.
Yeah, and so he would say some of the others below are gone as well. Just to kind of gauge the reaction.
How did someone react to that? I don't even know.
Because I'm trying to figure out whether that was
It's your character,
so.
so it's like, yeah. So some of the others from down below.
So you choose to pose as the fire cult in order to defeat your enemies?
I'm gonna do something stupid. He makes a flame symbol with his hands. Go fire!
Oh boy.
Here comes the nail!
Flamio, Hotman.
Alright.
You're the one supposed to be talking, damn it.
This is fire.
Start running, Havi, start running.
Alright. Book it.
Yeah.
He's like, what is the symbol? Turns out it is exactly that symbol. Oh, sorry, my mistake.
You're saying
Of course, the fire cult have jazz hands as their symbol.
Hands.
Bill, give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
I know, right?
You-
Just-
well-
Yeah, I can't help. Sorry.
Yes. Yes, I
It's so
can.
brave.
I'm going to use a reaction to make it a normal roll. Try to instill a little confidence in himself. That is going to... Well, let me roll first. Okay. It's an 18.
Dang. That's actually very decent.
Go to...
That is very decent.
Use restore balance. That's one of those used.
It's like, great, I expect this, now what? He's like, I didn't sign up for diplomacy, I just signed up for a fight. Where's the fight?
That's why I rolled for intent, because if I rolled high, I would have cast the spell.
Yep. I was anticipating.
Roll high.
And usually some characters, they're like, this is how you role play, so and so.
Yeah.
Role playing. Is that the character? Is that the character? Is that the character? Is that... No.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Yeah, this character they don't have one for. Okay.
What? I persuaded him to give us his stuff and let us go. That's wonderful.
No.
Here, have the orbs. There we go. Off you fuck.
One,
Yay.
one moment. What's the contested role?
It's not contested.
I was doing
Um,
persuasion.
He was
Okay.
just wanting to persuade that he was part of the fire cult. The real problem for this DM is that he wasn't doing the fire symbol right.
Well, it
And-
could be that. It could be that it was just passed off as him just talking about things, not actually.
You could also
Symbol itself.
do it where Phil is in the cloak except for his face. So when he does the fire symbols, he forgot his hands are still inside the cloak.
Well, no. You did a good persuasion.
Okay.
So, and I assume it's very weird that you've got such a tall body, but then the distance from your head to your hands
Yeah.
is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
This magic of yours is quite intriguing. So, do you know how to wield the flame?
Fireball.
Let's see if I've got it. Yeah. I cast prestidigitation to see if I can light one of the forges. Just even a spark to try to get it lit.
So
Did it
there's
look better
create
with helmet?
bonfire, which causes a fire. Prestidigitation can do sensory effects such as noise, smell, light. It can't exactly produce a flame.
You can instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Right, this is a forge. Forge have got coals in them. A forge doesn't have light tinder, if that makes sense. It's not the flammability of a candle.
You have mage hand?
Ah, screw it. I just firebolt one of the forges.
Go for it. Roll an attack roll, please.
Ah, 15.
That hits. Roll damage.
Only 4 fire.
It catches, like you see a flame rise and then snuff out as quickly as it was lit. And she laughs and laughs and laughs a bit more. And she's like, "Oh, did you mean to do this?" And she waves her hands and some magical red energy flies out the same forge that you had.
Counterspell.
Well, actually, no, a different forge. Are you counterspelling? Are you?
I'm not only counterspelling it, but he's also going to use a sorcery point. Let's see if I can. Where is it? Sorry. Actions limited use. Well, he's going to do a sorcery point to make it. I think I've got silent casting, so there's no indication that I'm actually casting counterspell.
Subtle
And
spell?
counterspell is only somatic. So essentially, you literally just stand there
Correct.
and this beam of red energy pours out of her hand and stops. This arc of red energy stops, and then she keeps.
Well, you sure didn't do much better now, did you?
She
Nice.
gives you a snarling glare.
Hey, I'm not trying to perform in front of my men, so can we go now?
Roll persuasion.
Or just a regular straight up persuasion roll?
Regular
Oh, boy.
persuasion.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
You can see she's seething, she's huffing, and she's really, really angry. She exhales like under her breath. You can barely hear her. Just this as she's like,
Settle spell, yep.
she waves her hand in the air. She's like, very well. False alarms. I don't think these are the ones we are looking for. Let them be. Let them be. And you see these little fiery magmins bounce and make their way out the room. As they all seem to just make their.
Make it
So as a DM, I'm extremely bad of avoiding combat.
No.
So I figure you guys deserve this one. You really deserve this one. Like it was extremely borderline not knowing the fire cult symbol, but the counter spell played to you very well. She's embarrassed. She doesn't want to be seen.
Oh,
And
Was she about to show off? Or is that what she's going to do then?
Yeah, she was doing the whole "let me show you how it's done," and then failed to perform.
Performance anxiety. It's fine. It happens to all of us.
I'll kind of tap Javi to go back to the group once we're free.
You may as well ask. Oh, by the way, how long is it going to take? Sorry.
As she's leaving, she's like, the rest of you, do some work, please. Stop standing around. And several of them light some of the forges, and they start hammering away.
Fast forge.
Well, they're getting the forge lit.
Yeah. It's like, so do we have an ETA on arrival? That'd be great. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
We'll tell you when we're back.
No, I mean like for you to ask them.
No, he's just tapping Havi to return to the group. It's like, it was close.
I can't get past the door.
Must be the way it's built.
Teleport. There you go. Gaddy.
Right.
So Havi walks in and.
So how long?
Says,
It was a trap.
We should leave.
We should leave. Why, they're growing suspicious?
Before she changes her mind.
She? What about her?
It was someone else.
Us waiting in here was a setup.
Okay. And why? Do we have to run now? What?
More power walk.
So wait, what's the plan? Are we leaving, or are we still going to try to take these guys down somehow? Because right now, we're on advantage.
I'm a little confused. So they know we weren't here as a part of them, but they're not coming to get us? They're
we
waiting
kind of
us out now?
yeah, we kind of explained the situation, how it's a trap, and they were waiting for us, and it wasn't Renfair, it was someone else. I don't think I noticed if the weapon was on them or not, at least not from that distance. Kind of what transpired, and now it's like, okay, we've got the green light to pass through, but it's a very temporary arrangement.
We have a hall pass. Okay. So what? Are we retreating now? Are we going further in to find someone else now? What?
Well, we came here to find Benefair, and they're not here, supposedly.
As
The
in,
person they left in charge is, I think, the person we spoke to,
All right.
and they left to the west of where we are.
Now, the west in here or the west outside? Because someone's out there burning towns down. And that's not an air cultist doing that.
I'd say that that's probably Benefair.
So what do you think we should retreat back to the surface then?
Is there any other
Time
targets
is
here?
uncomfortably ticking down.
Do it. Let's walk, and then we'll decide on the way, okay? Let's head back to the elevator, and then we know our way from there.
All right. So where to go about this? Meanwhile, Harvey's like itching to kill every single person in this building.
Literally, yeah.
Kill that one. I don't want to kill him with them all. Shall I lead the way again?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the party's intent is to try to make their way back to the chasm.
All right, walking
shaft.
with purpose once again. Doom, 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 doom.
You see down this area. You see a little further down. I don't know if that has revealed itself down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The pathway? Oh, okay, pathway.
That's the elevated, like, walking bridge I was talking about.
It goes over the lava.
So, like, I'll murmur under my breath. So back to the shaft, or we're gonna look around first and then leave.
I wouldn't linger too long looking around.
I feel like we should probably look to get out of here, not further down.
But down is how we get out, because you know how we guided the other people? We know the way out if we go down and retrace those steps.
And we are close to the surface now because.
But
well,
we don't know
we've
which
traveled
way
so
is
high
out
already.
from up here.
Tick tock, tick tock.
We're still walking.
Yeah, we're walking. I try to suss out like the walking speed versus speaking speed.
Go back
The
down.
well is to the west.
I just wanted to point out, you guys were standing in a room with 10 other people trying to have a conversation.
That's where the moving and speaking thing is kind of tricky. So, like I don't know how
Yeah.
to speak work.
I understand. I just wanted to let you
it's
guys
a good
know.
point.
Yeah.
Hey, should we kill these guys now or wait till later? Don't worry about us.
Havi points to the left and says, "There's the well."
All right. Well, sadly I don't need the well anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. Well, I actually want to opt to maybe finding a way up from here. So how about we go across and see if we can find a way up?
Is there anything we're going to be able to do up?
I'm trying to just leave this mountain area. If we can get to the surface, then we can decide if there's areas above that we can actually take care of. Because if Vanafir is above us, is out around the towns and such, we might be able to actually intercept her. Doing the chat. Hot feet, out. Still hot.
Definitely watching for loose bricks, because
Walking
apparently
with Bubba.
bridges around here crumble and make people fall to their death. So
Well,
Phil is very, very nervously watching the edges of this thing.
Always maintained.
Okay,
What is
let
this
me-
now? Poet.
Man,
Google or Gavin. Which one's that? That's fine. We're just leaving quarters.
Oh, good, bet.
More quarters.
So well decorated.
I'll
I'm going to read this section out. This chamber is a barracks. Rows of bunks line the walls, and several tables fill the central portion. Braziers and torches are spaced at regular intervals throughout the place. Barrels, crates, and trunks have been stacked against the wall in the southern end. A wide opening to the southeast wall leads to a stone bridge spanning the fire-lit Havenstone. There seems to be roughly a dozen fire people. Only 4 of them seem to be... sorry, I misread that. There's roughly about 4 of them awake at the moment. They're just organizing their gear at the moment, this point in time.
Alright. Then if there's people there, just passing through. Guys, follow me. Passing through. Mind me, don't mind me. Oh, and burn. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. We have purpose. Get out of the way.
That didn't show up, please. Yeah.
Did the fire cultists have any motivational posters on their walls?
No.
Just imagining like there's that cliche kitten hanging off a branch, like just hanging there.
Yes.
It's like, work-life balance. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Like,
So in this area, 2 smelly piles of fur have been shoved into 2 northern corners of this room. A small bag with knuckle bones spilling out lies between the 2 nests, and a half-eaten haunch of meat sits next to it.
So you know this is an abyss right here.
Okay, I need to
There you
read.
aha, there it is.
Good enough.
Oh wait, you can see it?
Yep, I can.
Yeah, it just showed up.
Must have done a quick refresh.
Okay, and so you head into this room.
Mhm.
This unusually shaped chamber smells of cooking meat. A number of sleeping pallets lie among the walls, and an open fire ring sits in the center. Meat sizzles on a spit here. You notice several hobgoblins.
Cool. Walking with purpose. Excuse me. Fire Nation business. Excuse me. I right clicked for a sec. Excuse me, pardon me. We're in a hurry here. Alright, we're at the big corridor thingy. What do we see down the corridors? Anything?
Lots
You
of
see-
rooms.
A T intersection.
Alright.
Isn't that the room we came in?
The
Ladies.
chamber
Mhm.
to the south.
Yeah, you
is
came in
the
this
room
way.
we came in.
What lady says to the group.
Oh,
I think if we're looking to get out of here quickly, we should go out through the Earth Cult.
through downstairs? You want to quickly check
We've
that
just-
way? Or do you want to go down?
We've just circled this entire place.
Well, good
There are
chunk of it.
so many sections we haven't seen.
Mhm.
Are we exploring or are we going up to stop whatever's happening?
Mhm. So we can find a quick
There's-
exit, great. How about check the
I
corner?
just
Yeah,
realized
there's
there's
one
doors
there.
here. Oh my
Doors.
God.
All the
There's
prisoners.
so many doors everywhere.
All the doors are brown.
Those are brown. And like,
And
meanwhile,
the
being like stuck on
grey.
the inside, there's like the misty exit, which is like nearby already. It's like you guys are going the wrong way. You guys are stuffed. Anyway,
Which way are you going, guys?
I'm gonna go this way. Then this way. On a mission.
So you're going
Yes.
north.
Yes. We're on a mission if if anything goes wrong. Run back, run back, run back. What's at the intersection? Is it an exit? No, it isn't. Why is it? Stairs! Stairs go up. Up is good.
So, you're looking to your left, to your right, or what are you doing?
Well, yeah, we're looking both ways, technically. Which one looks like it's going to go towards the surface?
You tell me.
Alright, so we see, what, statues down a corridor that goes I don't know where, and you have a staircase that goes somewhere I don't know where.
Correct.
So,
to the left, to the west, I should say, the hall widens to form a domed chamber supported by 4 obsidian columns with fiery cracks in them. The air is oppressively warm. And then to the east, niches line both sides of the dark hall. A shadowy form stands within each niche.
joy. And
So
that's
kind
where
of
we're
like-
going to leave it.
Kind of like
To the west.
To the chamber room.
Oh,
Only
do you
because
need
the stairs go up.
Fuck it, yeah, stairs go up. That's pretty much my only logic I have left. It's like, yep, stairs go up. We're on a mission. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Walking, poison, tasty fish. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
so you're going up the stairs, and the passage widens at this point with 2 large alcoves flanking the hallway. Loose piles of stone form barricades at the front of each alcove, angled to defend against intrusion from the west. A path that barricades leads to a wide descending staircase to the east, which you are currently ascending, and you notice there's several hobgoblins here as well.
Alright. Make way, official fire business. Fire business, yes. Make way. We have a mission from God. Anyway, mission from God. Walking. You're doing a good job, weird hobgoblin. Wow, look at all the ground we've covered. That's great. Let's do this more often.
The hobgoblins, for whatever reason, seem to just pay you no mind. As you guys make it to the end of the hallway. And that's where we're going to leave it for now.
Hooray!
Ah, shit.
See, that's how
Okay,
you delve
I'm
the
back
dungeon.
now.
You pretend you work there and you just walk. Just fucking walk, alright? There.
You can just imagine, like, all of us power walking like Kath and Kim.
Hey, I didn't ask if you would love to give us a recap. I just said like, not
Yeah.
pushing.
Like is also a strong word, okay?
And subscribe.
Yeah. See this guy.